Good morning, good morning, good morning, Capricorns. I'm going to actually lower this down a little bit so you can see the table a little bit more. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully, cut my head off though. All right, so I haven't been on for a little bit, so I'm so glad to be back. I apologize. I did a few readings. I started to do some readings and then I couldn't do the readings. It's just been a really, really hard couple of months. So thank you for bearing with me and staying subscribed. I appreciate that. But we're going to be getting back on track here, hopefully. It's just been real stressful. I just wanted to share that with you. Just starting a new job, especially at my age, and it's a very complex company that I'm working for. So not only do I have to learn the management, but the ins and outs of all the policies, procedures, and how the employees work and everything. So it's been very draining. And so I didn't have the mental capacity and energy to listen to divine in a positive manner. So I didn't want to do those readings negatively. So anyway, thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. So we're going to get started today. We've got a full moon and a lunar eclipse this week. So we're going to have some real intense energies along with your reading. What that's going to mean to you is you're going to want to become a little bit vulnerable to what something is happening, or be empathetic to somebody who's coming towards you with some information. This is going to be a real intense time. Somebody may be wanting to share something that they've been holding for a long time. The energies are in Taurus, but they're also, I've got 3 trines going on. There's the eclipse going on, which brings even more intensity. But this is a time of awakening, sharing, and being vulnerable. Yes, thank you, Divine. This is beautiful. Yes, I appreciate that. Definitely, this is a time of vulnerability and of being empathetic to somebody's past or their pain. This is definitely somebody is sharing their truth, an awakening. This is about opening up for you guys. Definitely looking at the cards. This is about a connection, a very deep connection, and growing this deep connection even further. The bonding is really becoming more and more close. All right. So let's see what's going on here for the Capricorns. Lots of communication that I see is going to be happening. Yes, and I agree with that. Divine is working on unity for somebody, bringing either something back together in a positive manner, or he's trying to heal a relationship. He's trying to bond this relationship together. There's some pride going in there with somebody, though. There's somebody's pride that is just going to either allow this healing to happen, this relationship to happen, um, or it's going to blow it apart, and say, you know what, this is, we're, let's just go our separate ways, but we love each other, but let's just go our separate ways because we are not good together. And that, what that means is Divine is working to maybe separate so that he can bring somebody that actually is into your life that is better. However, let's get to the reading and see what's going on. So Divine's card is healing the heart. It is the number 5. When we're healing, things are unstable. We're not even thinking clearly. So either we're thinking about something or someone, we're actually focusing in on that someone or something. So it's very unstable because you cannot see the solution while you're looking at the problem. You have to think, okay, here's the problem. How am I going to solve it? Here's the problem. How am I going to make it happen? Okay, here's the problem. What can I do to fix it? So it's sort of the masculine energy is all about fixing things. So this is sort of a masculine energy. However, there's some healing that needs to go on. This could be grief healing. I hear grief. This could be, and grief comes in many ways. It could be somebody physically passing on. It could also be something that ended. Maybe you had a relationship that ended, or maybe there was a divorce and one person didn't want it. I know somebody who that is still grieving over that years later. However, we got to be really mindful we don't get stuck in our grief. I keep hearing grief. So, but it also is the grief of losing a relationship or something not working out the way that you wanted. You know, it could also even mean that your kids are growing up and they're beginning to leave the nest. That's a grief process. Now something is ending and something is moving on. You have to move on. So this is really, really a connection about your spirit. This is a connection about healing in your spirit, not your mind or your head, because your mind and your brain work from your spirit. So this is all about how your connection is. That's number 5. It's unstable. It's not a comfortable feeling. It's sort of like out of the box feeling. It's not something that you really want to go through. We don't, but we really grow from our pain and from our trials and our tribulations and sometimes our mistakes and our errors and things like that. Okay. So the divine is saying, I'm here walking with you while you're healing, and we're going to heal together so that we can move into a positive light if you allow me to. And the reason why I say that, you'll see here in a minute. The current energy is the eagle. It's the spirit, integrity, and the connection with the angelic realm. What did I just say? I didn't even read this card yet, but what did I just say? I said this is something spiritual that if you allow it, some of you are not going to allow it. Some of you are going to stay stuck in the pain, stay stuck in the grief, in everything of that nature. Well, hello, hello. But if you look at everything and you look at it with a hermit a card eye, which you're looking at everything, then you're going to pay attention to everything and be honest with yourself and be truthful with yourself. This is your future card. This is the full moon card. This is the eclipse card. Okay, because this is at the end of the week. This is probably into the next week, but this is about walking in the truth. This full moon that is coming up and this eclipse that is coming up and the Mercury energies that are happening with the 3 trines is that basically it's all about your communication to yourself, awareness to yourself, talking to yourself in truth, not lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself, because your challenge card at the end of your reading, this is your challenge card, is the devil card. The devil card is about staying stuck in a destructive way of thinking. It's a destructive way of thinking. So the devil is about destructive. And this is destructive patterns. This is destructive habits. Somebody doesn't want to get out of them. It's sort of like a toxic way of living, is you want to live in that toxicity. You don't want to get out of it. It's too comfortable. So this is somebody's challenge card. This is somebody's challenge card, and they're going to say, you know what, I'm sick of living this way, and I don't want to live it this way, and I don't want to be treated this way. I don't want to be walking in this way. And because your future, your first card out is the 6 of Wands. Okay, this is sort of an internal battle that you're having. And the divine is saying, you know what, I'm right here with you in this battle. I'm the high priestess. I'm your healing power. If you pull into me, if you ask me, give me healing power, you have more power in your brain than you can believe. If I can hear from the second realm, and if I can hear from the second dimension, if I can feel the second dimension, if I can talk to the second dimension, I got more power in my brain than I can think. And I want to tap into that. I really want to tap into more of that. I want to become more aware of it. You have more in your brain that you can tap into, and more power and more strength. So if you have something that you are needing to get rid of, you need to reach out to the angelic realm or the spiritual realm or God and say, hey, I need your help. I need your strength to heal from whatever this is. Okay. Now, if this isn't you, somebody's going to be coming to you and they just really broken. They're really hurting. They really need somebody to talk to. We're in the earth energies, and there's a lot about communication here with the earth energies, with your earth signs, to be able to talk, because we have the Queen of Wands. We have 2 of Pentacles. This is about bringing a friendship closer. It's about bringing a love relationship closer. It's about bringing you closer to yourself, being honest and truthful with yourself. Okay, then and it brings on the 10 of Pentacles. This is the fruit. This is the rewards. This is everything that you dream from, but this is something you have to do. 2 of Pentacles. It's about bringing something together. It's about binding. It's about grounding. It's about unity. It's about bringing a presence together, this energy together. Okay, you got to be really careful with your words this week. And I'm going to say this like I did with the Virgos. You need to, in this, and if you could take anything away from this reading this week, with all the energies. I can't even go into them. I wish you could jump in my brain and you could see all the energies that are going on with not only the planets, but the numerology, but also what divine has to say. Say what you mean and mean what you say. This is future energy. Say what you mean or mean what you say, or don't say it. So it's like somebody making a promise and then not following through with it. That's lies, that's false, that's destructive. So if you cannot make a promise, don't say it until you can actually do it. Don't say that you love somebody when you actually really don't. You just want to get into their pants or something. Don't do those things. This is a really important awakening, spiritual awakening time to really say the authentic things in here that you want to say in love. Drop away the fear and say it in love, okay? Because 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, you've got a lot of things coming that are really good. Or excuse me, is that the Ace of Wands? Yes, Ace of Wands. A lot of things coming that are good, but look who's right on your heels. So whenever you want to say something and you're getting ready to say something and you know the timing is right to say it, he's going to step right in and say, you don't want to say that right now. You don't want to do that right now. No, don't do that right now. That is your old brain. You want to change your brain, reset your mind. You want to change that pattern in your brain. It takes about 63 days for you to change a pattern in your brain to reset it. So if you were going to say like, okay, whenever I think of a negative thought, I'm going to think of a positive thought. Do that for 63 days and you're actually changing the chemical balance in your brain to actually begin to think more positive. Okay. He doesn't want that. And somebody definitely doesn't want to do that. Definitely doesn't want to do that. So whoever that is, you're going to stay stuck. You're going to be doing your patterns are going to keep happening, cycling over and over and over because you don't want to heal. Somebody wants to heal. Somebody doesn't want to, who is this? Somebody doesn't want to heal. They want to blame somebody else for all that has happened. Somebody wants to blame their relationship for falling apart. They want to blame somebody else for their job not working out. They want to blame somebody else for everything so they don't have to take accountability. If you have a person like that in your life that they starting out all the conversations with you, that's somebody putting blame. That's somebody that really needs some healing, that is really living in fearful. You got to be empathetic with them because they're scared as shit. They're scared as shit and they just don't want to heal. Okay. That's the person that really we need to reach to God and the angelic realm and the second dimension, because without that second dimension, they can't heal. They really need that angelic realm to heal because they can't do it alone. They can't do it alone. I couldn't do it alone. I tried the secular way for many years. Couldn't do it, didn't do nothing. But then as soon as I turned to God, because he kept being in my ear, I'm audible. So I kept hearing him. I kept hearing my mom. I kept hearing, it's like, okay, said, fine. I'm going to be my authentic me. I'm going to come out with the truth. This is who I am. This is what I do. And yes, I can hear the other dimension. I can hear the second dimension. I can hear God. I can feel God. I can feel energies. I can be clairvoyant at times. I don't know why, but the thing is walking in your truth. Somebody is definitely afraid of walking in their truth. Now, I'm going to say if you are in a, oh gosh, I don't want to even be, I've got to be very careful here, because if somebody is walking in a life that they are hiding, that they can't be them authentic self, this is a time of intensity with the full moon and the lunar to maybe come out with that. Welcome, Maria. No, it's been a crazy couple of months, so I'm back. It's been I've not been myself. It's been stressful, trying to get back into the corporate world, and yeah. So thank you for all of you guys that didn't drop off the earth and cancel me. It's been, just keep me in your prayers, because it's been a really transforming, challenging thing. It's amazing because, as all of you guys know, I talk to God, and I'm very spiritual. I hear and everything, and He's got me in a place I don't understand why. And it is very challenging. So it's like, what do you got me doing here? Because it's very, put it this way, it's a very challenging environment. It's very toxic environment that I'm now in. And so my empathic bubble has to be up all the time there. And I have to really check myself. This devil card for us earth signs, because I'm an earth sign, is really on my heels because he wants me to mess up. He wants me to, and I really have to be working in that angelic and godly realm, because there is so many people that need to heal in this energy, in this environment. So I'm drained. So when I come home, I really want to do a reading. I'm emotionally and spiritually drained, that I don't want to do a reading in falseness. So I hope that you guys understand. Anyway, let's get going. So somebody's got some healing. Somebody's got, now, we're coming into the holidays too. This is a really hard time for a lot of people. So really pay attention to maybe people coming to you, because maybe you don't need the healing, although we all are broken. And so we all do need some type of healing. But really be mindful if this is somebody coming to you. Share love. That's all I can say, is really be love to somebody, because we walk in two ways. We walk in love, or we walk in fear. And if somebody's coming towards you, that it's sort of, I feel like for somebody, I don't know who this is for, somebody's going to come out of the blue and they're going to be totally not themselves. Like, wow, never thought that you would have thought that way or be this way, or maybe they're really quiet and all of a sudden they start talking to you, or maybe they're really a talker and they get really quiet. Sort of pay attention to those, because this full moon and lunar energy, this is somebody just needing somebody to reach out and say, are you okay? So if that's somebody, I don't know who this is for, but somebody around you this next week is just like out of their sorts and just needs to know that somebody literally cares. Not sincerely. I sincerely care. I hate that. But it's like they're coming up to be nosy kind of a thing. Oh, what's wrong with you? And doing it in a negative manner. What's wrong with you today? I've had that happen, rather than saying, is everything okay? You're sort of not yourself today, or your energies are off. It's really important for us to really move in love. Okay. Especially these earth signs this week. Okay. Because somebody is definitely going through something. We got the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Wands. Somebody is going through hell this week. I don't know who that is. And I hate to say that word, but it is, because then we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. It's the number 5. Even though this is the 6 of Wands, it's so up in the air. They're so confused. They're so frustrated. Somebody, and I think what this frustration comes from is not from the outside elements of circumstances that are going on. It's the element that they don't want to let go. If the only way, I'm going to tell you, honey, I don't know who this is, but I'm going to tell you from experience and what God has taught me and helped me through every tough time. To heal, you have to let go. I don't know who this is for. I'm going to start crying because my my energies are really close to this person. I don't know who it is. But if I start tearing up and a tear comes out, I'm empathizing with you, because I've been there. Okay. To heal, you have to let go. And it's probably one of the hardest things that you're going to do. But through that pain and sorrow and whatever, and releasing that to divine, release it to God and say, help me heal, help me go through this, give me strength, give me whatever you need to go through that, because somebody is flipping hurting really bad. And this is what's going to happen. Honey, I will tell you, once you let go, it's going to shut a door, but this new door is going to open. Okay, these new doors are going to open, and you're going to be walking in the truth, because for somebody, this is somebody that they know they should be letting go of a person, but they want to hang on to them because it's comfortable, and it's too scary to go step out of that box. It's too scary to step out into singlehood again. But you know the truth that you need to do that. These are these intense energies of the full moon. This is the lunar eclipse. This is Taurus energy. This is time to say what you mean and mean what you say and stick to it. And just tell this guy to go effing off, because these are bad habits. These are bad toxic things that you're allowing into your mind and stay there. You're allowing them to live there. They need to pick up their tent and move on. Okay, I don't know who that is for, but I am really understanding your pain. I'm understanding, but look at the center, honey. I don't know who this is, but at the center of your reading, this is the Two of Pentacles. This is divine saying, let me help you. He's the two. He's the unity that's going to be able to help you heal. He's the unity that's going to be able to help you release. You have to look at this second dimension. You have to feel the energies. You can feel them. You're just fighting them. Okay, I don't know who this is for. This is for somebody specific. But you can feel the energies and you're fighting them. And you know you can feel the energies because that is your truth and that is what's feeling going on right now. Somebody is growing spiritually, but they're fighting it. And what I mean by that is divine is saying, let go, let go. And it's in your ear. You need to let it go. And you know it's not good for you. And you know he's or she's not good for you. Or that habit is not good for you. He's telling you, and you know it. Don't let those negative energies win it. Don't let those negative energies, don't fall into that trap. Okay, don't fall into that trap. That's a lot. Divine is saying, you know, I have someone near you, for you, to help you. Somebody's got somebody close by to help them to get through this process. Really lean on that person. I don't know who that is. Yeah. So the full moon energy, I'm going to give a card here for the full moon and the lunar eclipse. It says, and this is the new moon in Cancer, but this is our moon is full moon is going to be in Taurus. Is you and your loved ones are safe. You're safe to share. You're safe to talk. You're safe to come out to be yourself. You're safe to tell the truth. You're safe to whatever it is. This is about communication. Okay, because we're in the Mercury energies. There's a lot of Mercury energies going on. And I will be doing a full moon reading again live. It's going to be the 18th or the 19th. So you'll have to subscribe and hit the bell and the all button to know when I'm on. But this is going to be really intense energy. And I would love for you to pop on if this is your sign and tell me how the week has been going, if I'm pretty accurate or if I'm way off. But I have a feeling I'm pretty on for some of you. Some of you are going to buck it and say, no, you're not. So, but that's okay because this is a divine message, not my message. So you're safe. So don't be afraid to share. Don't be afraid to release. You're safe. It's going to be okay. It's always going to turn out fine. And even in our storm, when we don't think it's going to turn out fine, this storm is happening for a reason. And the reason why it's happening is to give you more of a growth. This is that tree or that plant that is now getting the foundation. Now it's popping up through the ground. We're getting growth. We want to grow. We want to take that tree and build that trunk nice, thick, and strong so that it can hold a lot of fruit and rewards. And that's what you've got coming if you can release and let go and heal from whatever it is. Okay. So that Capricorn is your reading for this week. It's a really intense reading. I'm sorry, but that is the energies of the moon and divine saying it's time. We've got a new year coming up, a new reset. Maybe this is also too, maybe you need to finish some business. This might be for somebody that needs to finish business. I know I've got a few things to tie up that have been sort of lingering. Even, you know, from my ex-marriage, I'm like, oh, where did that name come from? It gave me sort of a negative energy kind of thing when I saw that. I'm like, okay, I got to get rid of that. I have to close that account so I can start my new account and not have that energy follow me. We got to turn and close those energies that are following us that are negative. Okay, release the energy so that this new year that is coming up will be a fresh new start with all those baggage and energies and the devil card keeping you bound gone. That's what my goal and that's what my blessing is for you to be able to do that coming into the new year. So what do you need to get rid of by the end of the year so that you can start more healthy, more happy, more joyful, more spiritual. What can I do for you? Okay, whatever it is, if there's something I can do for you, then please email me. Okay, to help you to get that spiritual connection with divine closer, because everybody can have it. Everybody has it. They just don't know how to tap into it. That intuitiveness, that those energies that you can hear the second dimension or feel or see the second dimension. So those kind of things. All right. All right, you guys, thank you for stopping in and thank you for supporting my channel while I've been sort of gone. Again, and I'm really sorry, just been really stressful and I wanted to come back fully energized. Um, how do you let go? Hi, Jolly. How do you let go is that you just say, you know what, I can't do this alone anymore. I need you. You have to really begin to build or want to build a relationship with God, a spirit, Holy Spirit, divine, however you want to call the second, general or the second dimension. You really have to look at it and say, you know what? This is a season that is no longer in my life and I have to let go so that I can have more abundance. Because honey, what happens is, Maria, when you don't let go, then that door stays open and you allow all those negative and toxic and those things that are more destructive in your life. And then when you close it, you stop that. Imagine, allowing a bunch of flies in a door. The only way to stop the flies coming in your door is to close the door, right? So toxic people. And this is also cycles. These are cycles that happen. So if you pay attention this week, what cycle keeps happening over and over that sort of keeps you stuck? That is the thing that you need to heal from. Okay? That is the thing you need to heal from. And the thing is that you look at that and you say, okay, then you have to go a little deeper. What is causing that? Sort of do the 5 W's. What is it? Where did it start? When did it start? And why am I holding on to it? When I keep holding on to it, then I need to release it. And you just release it. You say, here's what I did one time. I was in my shower on my knees, literally butt naked on my knees. I was at a time where I had no more resources. I'm a very resourceful. I'm all about solutions and problems and things like that. I can find a solution to almost anything. Okay. But at that time in my life, he needed to humble me even more. So I was in my shower, butt naked, bawling on my knees, crying to him. I can't do this anymore. I can't. I don't have any more resources. I had no money. I was looking at facing and getting an eviction. I had no job. I was just everything. So I was on my knees, bawling my eyes out, saying, I release this to you. I cannot do this alone anymore. And you literally have to just release it. You literally have to take your hands off of it, not control it, and say, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. Let divine do what he wants to do with it because I can't do this anymore. And then watch the miracles happen and watch everything turn around. Watch him do miracles. Watch him shut the door. Like a lot of these readings, I'll say if you don't do it, divine will do it, and it's not going to be easy. So sometimes when we release it, it's a lot more easier than if you have him do it. But the thing is, when you do that, when you release that, when I was in there butt naked, crying and bawling and everything at that time in my, that's what turned my life around. And because I saw the things that were changing in my life, I saw the miracles that were happening. And I'm like, wow, how is this happening? How is this turning around? Because I took the control off. Where our control is human, is earth. It is the brain. It's not our spirit. But when you release it, then divine is allowed to work in spirit. Spirit changes minds. Mind changes us, changes our body and everything. Okay. It's not easy to do because we want to have at least a little bit control. We want that. But when you learn how to release it, when you begin to take control again and you're like, oop, I'm trying to take control again, and you release it back to him, then he can work. He can't work until you release that control. So don't let any more flies in your house. shut the door, get rid of the toxic things, get rid of the things that are destructive in your life, and give those to him. Literally, just say, you know what? I don't want to be able to have these cravings of this junk food anymore. I don't want to have the cravings of smoking anymore. I don't want to have the cravings of bad relationships anymore. Heal me. Let me see it. Let me blah, 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 blah. Just have a normal conversation. Trust me, you'll be blown away. You'll be really blown away. So I hope that helped a little bit. All right. I will see you next week and on the full moon, 18th or 19th. So subscribe, hit the bell. If you don't want to subscribe, please just hit the like button if you've watched it this far. And you can also share. If you know somebody who's a Capricorn or a Virgo or Earth sign, share, share, share. I hope this helps and helps grow you to heal and actually walk in truth with divine. I don't make this stuff up. All right. You guys have a great week. Walk in absolute truth and love, not fear, but love. Take care.